Well, I hope this brings a little bit of encouragement for you. As a fellow business owner, I can relate to how the struggles are going. We see a lot of companies coming in now that are struggling and wanting direction, wanting to know what can we do next. This is what we've got. This is what hasn't worked. This is what has worked. This is our industry. These are our capabilities. All these areas are thrown up in the air whilst reactions are happening, because so many are saying, I'm too busy, yet they're needing to come in and wanting to come in. And some are coming in, and good changes are happening. So it's like a bushfire season. There's a bushfire that's potentially going to come in 2021. What are we doing to prepare? What are we doing in the sense of the business? Are we in good preparation mode? If we leave it till slower times, it could mean a very, very hard time. So those that are preparing now, before Christmas and during Christmas period, could be in a very good place compared to those, the competition, that have not. So there's a good article, what's it called, Roaming Out of Recession or something like that, with Harvard Business School. And basically, back in those days, in the Depression days, there was a study done, and about 9% of these are public companies, but it's still relative, 9% of that sample group actually flourished. So they were the ones that did different thinking, and what they observed too is the ones that cut their costs faster than the competitors were actually less likely to survive. So isn't that interesting? It's a time to value people and value your team and show them a bit of love in the air. It's their effect as well as ours, and together we can actually change. I know Steve Jobs, Apple, 2008 crash. He just didn't want to get rid of anyone. He's done too much work to get rid of anyone. So he looked into different avenues and different technologies, and just started getting it going. It's like that in any business. There's initiatives that we can be doing. There's inclusion at the moment that we can do. A lot of people in your business actually have some great ideas about what else you could do if they were opened up to that, and if they were valued in their opinions. It could be anyone in the business. Quite often, because we're not in a business, when a director is, or the team, the management, are talking to us about what the next steps, asking some out of the box questions can actually open up some fantastic ideas that you never ever thought of. And they're all available with people in your team and people outside of your business. And I highly recommend to have a look at those avenues and invest now. Whether it's accountability. Okay, so accountability of each individual is very important, including the directors and the managers. Who are they accountable to, and what are they accountable about? So we're all accountable in the business, moving it forward. If we're all in it together, we're going to be moving it forward a lot faster. I hope that makes sense. So there's a knowing-doing gap, right? It's great to have the planning and the initiatives, the strategies, but what we find is what is missing is clarity and the implementation. So when we define what it is are the best steps that we can come up with the experience that we all have combined, how do we actually implement that? We can do a plan, but why would the plan be taken seriously or taken on by someone as their opportunity if they're not bought into the business? So inclusion with everyone in the business and the importance of each other in the business at the moment is very, very high on the agenda of the efficiencies of the whole company. So if we change that with the people, the doing gap will become less, so the results will come a lot faster. Change the knowing-doing gap, invest now, get some clarity where you want to go, and start implementing now. And that's what the difference is going to be for business success in 2021. Well, that's part of what we see. Hope that helps.